YouTube, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Out on the VFR. So today I'm just doing a little morning ride. I wanted to share a story with you guys that happened to me on Thursday. Yeah, shout out to Tech Junkie. He reminded me about, telling you guys a story. But yeah, I had planned to tell you guys this. But anyway, this stems off of my my other video I did when I was talking about customers, and for those of you who deal with customers. So anyway, if you missed that video, I do appliance repair for a living, so I go to people's houses pretty much, every single day of the week, and I go to multiple houses every day, averaging on 6 to 9 calls a day, let's just say that. And I see different things, and I'm pretty sure, like I said in my other video, if you were in the service industry, then or providing a service or moving or whatever, just going to people's houses, you'll definitely encounter some weird things, Oh my gosh. Sheesh, old people, man. This is Florida though. But anyway, like I was saying, on Thursday, and I'll pop in a picture, just one picture of what I took, but I took a couple. I'm not going to share all the pictures because it's customer confidentiality and all that stuff. But so pretty much what happened was I was going to fix a Samsung dryer, and this guy is a COD customer, meaning he's paying out of pocket. Some calls I do are warranty calls, but anyway, I'm knocking on the door, and I'm like, he's taking, he's an older man, so the first time I went, he took pretty long as well. So, no big deal. Ooh, that VTEC kicks in, man. Ooh. But, sorry about that. I'm just knocking, and ever so slightly, I hear a voice. So I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, let me knock again. And I hear, hey, I'm pretty much he's yelling, like, I fell and I can't open the door. Like, so I'm like, did he say he can't open the door, or he just telling me to hold on a minute, So I really couldn't make it out. So I knock again, and I think he yells a little bit louder, like, hey, I fell. So this guy's about 76 years old, older guy. So I'm like, well, like the door is open or something. So I try to open the door is not open. So I'm like, all right. In my mind, I'm thinking now, should I leave and come back, or just have him rescheduled, or whatever the case may be? But I don't know, instinct was like, let me knock one more time. And I just heard something, so I'm like, all right, he's on the floor, he fell, he's an older guy, I know it's hard for him to walk. So I look under the mat. Surprisingly, there's a key there. Thank goodness for him, there was a key there. So I open the door, run inside, not run, but walk inside. And he's like, yeah, I fell, man. And, a little bit of blood, because we didn't break any bones, but I guess he busted his mouth and his elbow and stuff. And I'm like, all right, you want me to call 911? He's like, no, call my wife. And now this whole process, this whole time is transpiring. And once I get in the house, it took about 5 minutes to call 911, because this guy's trying to give me, I'll say 3 to 4 minutes. He's pretty much telling me, trying to give me his wife's number, and he doesn't remember it. I'm like, sir, I'm just gonna call 911. He's like, okay. I call 911, tell him what's going on, and I got a schedule to keep. I got a lot of jobs to run, so I'm like, all right, sir, I'm gonna leave the door open. And plus, being what I am, I'm like, now these days, I'm like, let me just not be here. But it's only 911, so it's not the worst thing. So but in a matter of me talking to him, leaving, his dog runs outside. I'm like, oh my gosh. So his dog name is Max. That's what he was saying. But I'm like, Max, the dog is not responding to his name at all. or even he just don't know his name like that. I don't know. I have a dog, and my dog responds to his name. You know, that's just, most dogs respond to the name if you trained them, you know. But anyway, so I'm chasing after this dog. I finally got to the dog, picked the dog up, bring it in the house, and tell him, like, your dog's in the house, and close the door. Once I get back to my van now, I pretty much, here I see the ambulance rolling up. So I'm just hoping, telling myself, please don't let these guys block the driveway. And I'm like, they didn't, luckily. So when they get out, I told them, like, hey, the door's open. He was like, okay, thanks. And I left from that point. And the picture I'm gonna put up is me leaving, but the ambulance behind me. And yeah, it was a rough one. But, you know, to be honest, here in South Florida, majority, I want to say 85% of my customers are probably older people. Every day I'm going to older people's homes, you know, because like I said, I do a lot of warranty work, so a lot of them, older people tend to have contracts with warranty companies than younger folks, right? So yeah. But this guy was older as well, even though he didn't have a warranty, so that's neither here nor there. But you know what I'm trying to say. So I've dealt with old people falling before and helping them up, me having to help them up. Like, that's happened about, I don't know, 3 times before. It's just the things that you experience, you know. So but you know, somebody called in after about him saying that we actually fixed the dryer, and I'm like, no, I didn't fix the dryer. Because I even asked him, because he was coherent, he was talking. I'm like, do you want to just reschedule so I can come back and fix the dryer? He's like, yeah, we'll do it next week or something. I'm like, are you hurt? Anything broken? You know, all these questions they were asking me from the 911 call. So he said no, he's not hurt. He doesn't feel like nothing's broken. He just couldn't get up. The guy weighed like 290 pounds. So, you know, it was no way I was picking him up. You know, it just wasn't going to happen. So, but when I got there, well, when they were leaving, it was like 4 EMT guys, you know. So I'm like, man, you never know what you're getting yourself into out here. A lot of times I've learned to, I don't know, being where I'm from, up north, you learn to know how to mind your business. But at the same time, it's like, if it's something detrimental, you gotta do something, you know. Because I'm not gonna lie, half of me in the beginning was like, all right, I'm just gonna leave. I got other jobs I gotta do, and we'll get it rescheduled. But who knows how long he would have, you know, been on the floor like that. Another side note, you know, just to add a little, you know, lightheartedness to the situation. When I got there and I seen him, it looked like, you know, he kind of peed himself a little bit, but I guess he was on the way to the bathroom or something like that. And I'm like, oh, you know, it just added more. I'm like, I gotta help this guy, man. It was just like, now he was an older white guy. I mean, it is what it is. Most of my customers are like that, you know. It just is what it is, you know. That's the type of business I'm in when it comes to repair, you know. And that's a whole nother story for another day. I am gonna start talking about things, how I feel about stuff and certain topics. You know, one thing I've learned not to touch on is religion and politics. Being in the field I'm in, going into people's homes, I tend to stay away from those topics because, you know, people have strong beliefs in what they believe in, and, you know, at the end of the day, it's good to be neutral sometimes, you know, to those situations. But yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure that's not one of my craziest stories I've encountered in the people's homes, but it's a story nonetheless, you know. So yeah, guys, today I'm just taking a cruise. I gotta go help my wife again, so I don't know if I'm gonna meet her there. Depends on the time, but that might happen. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, so yeah, needless to say, it's been a crazy week a little bit, you know, not just with that day, but being in customers' homes. Sometimes, man, some people have some dirty homes. And the crazy thing is about it, they'll have, the outside will look nice. It's just, the inside will look horrible, man. I mean, you know. But what I will say is, for me, it makes me come home and, you know, appreciate coming home to a clean house. You know, my wife really does a thing. Shout out to you. I'm very traditional, so how my mind works is very traditional. My wife works from home for me and for herself, and you know, she just makes more. For her to go out in the workforce, I'll be losing money. I'd make more money with her, with working with me, you know, for my business. Because I'll tell you, man, my first year and a half in business, I was doing everything on my own, and it was rough. Answering my phones, doing my schedules, calling customers to update them on parts, and, you know, just all that stuff. And it's like she came in and my productivity went up. Not only that, but my money went up, because a lot of times if I'm on a job and people call, sometimes I will miss calls, and, you know, people calling in to get something fixed, and if you're missing your phone calls, it's like they're gonna call somebody else. So that's how it goes. But yeah, man, beautiful Sunday morning. Hopefully it doesn't rain today, but if it does, it'll be fine, because I got a good ride in, right? So, but yeah, guys, man, like I said before, I started one thing I want to say now, if you're subscribed to me and you have a channel, you're a moto vlogger, like, please tell me in the comments to check out my channel or subscribe or something like that, because I support everybody who supports me. Shout out to On Twos. I've seen him commenting a lot on my videos before. Didn't know he was a moto vlogger, and how I even found out, I was on Instagram and I follow Sport Bike Menace. Shout out to you, Sport Bike Menace, and I know, you know, what happened, but anyway, he'll explain that on his page. But I saw him comment on the picture, then I went to his Instagram to follow him, because I noticed who he was, and then I see he got a YouTube channel. Clicked on the YouTube, instantly subscribed, only because on the strength I know I don't really know if he subscribed, but he leaves comments on my video, so I would only assume, but let's just say he is. I haven't checked. But anyway, so instantly subbed, started watching a couple of videos. I'm like, man, these are good videos. These guys good stories. And so yeah, if you're a moto vlogger, let me know. And when I do my next shout out video, and I don't care if you're bigger than me or not, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? None of that matters to me. I look out, I just like to shout people out, show people love who's doing the same thing I'm doing, you know? So yeah, shout out to him, man. He's got good content, and, you know, sometimes I remember, sometimes I forget. I just gotta, you know, I like watching moto vlogs. Not only do sometimes I'll go back and watch mine, you know, but I watch other people's. That's the majority of the things I watch on YouTube. You know, I do watch some other things, but, you know, majority of it is motorcycle content and moto vlogs, you know. And I'm thinking about doing my second view again. I'm just honestly lazy. I'm just, you know, it's a lot of work to edit, and to have as much videos as I have without doing it full time. Like, I realized that, like, for my job, me working, you know, being with my family, it's a lot of work. So yeah, sometimes I'll get you know, some ideas from watching other people, and like, I'm always looking for inspiration through other people. That's just what it is, you know. And I don't know about everybody, but I know a lot of guys I watch they all try to come up with original ideas to make their own videos and what they want to talk about. And sometimes I say to myself, when I watch big moto vloggers, and what they do is they'll use other people's ideas, because at the end of the day, your opinion is your opinion. It's different than say if you're watching you know, cycle cruise or one of the, if I pick a topic that he's talked about, it won't be the same because it's a different point of view, you know? And somebody might like my point of view better than, say, his on a video, you know? But then, too, they've been doing it for a long time. I've only been doing this a year now, about a little over a year. So, you know, it takes time, too, you know? People gravitate to you, they don't, whatever, you know? At the end of the day, my philosophy is do what you want, you know? In accordance to, you know, laws and stuff like that. But, you know, I live a life where I love to do what I want when I want to do it. You know, minding I have schedules I have to do, stuff like that. But other than that, when I have free time, my free time is my own, you know? So if I want to make YouTube videos or just go out riding or whatever the case may be, then I'm going to do that, you know? And to all the younger guys who are like early adult ages, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, like, you got time to figure out what you want to do, but make sure you get on your purpose and find what you want to do, because without that, I wouldn't be where I am right now, trust me. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much what I was to talk. I wanted to tell you guys that story and, you know, share a little bit about what I go through sometimes, you know, and it is what it is. But yeah, guys, appreciate you. I'll be back with another one. I think I'm gonna head on in, try to go meet my wife, and we go do her thing today. And then yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'll be back with another video. Peace.